Hello everyone, I'm Ted Brennan on the campus of DHS High School for some varsity boys basketball on a Friday night. Tonight, it's the Ridgefield Tigers facing off against the Darien Blue Wave. Once again, I'm Ted Brennan. Alongside me is Trey Cahill. In the last game, the Wave lost to Wilton 65-57. They were at Wilton at that game. Ridgefield, in their last game, was at Bridgeport Central High School, and they came away with an 18-point win. Trey, you want to tell us a little bit about both of these teams?
Sure, Ted. Well, both these teams come in on the opposite ends of the spectrum. Ridgefield coming in 7-4 overall, and Darien coming in 4-7. As you said, they lost to Wilton last game, 65-57. And in that game at Wilton, one of their star players, Henry Williams, came away with a sprained wrist, and we'll see how Darien is able to come back and how they're able to rally their team to fill in for Henry Williams as we go to the national anthem.
Like you said, Trey, both teams on the opposite side of the spectrum. As we take a look at Darien's leading scorers, Will Rolap averaging a cool 14.6 points per game in 7 games, and Henry Williams, unfortunately not playing tonight, but he's averaging 14 points a game in his 10 games. Big loss for the Wave.
Definitely is. Also to note, Miles Drake has got 6.7 points per game, and unfortunately for Darien, freshman Derek Andrews will not be playing in tonight's game as he is injured as well. And Darien probably definitely wants to start, get on a win streak and get themselves back into really 500. And well, Ted, it all starts off with a win, and they could very well get a win here.
Freshman Carson Drake making his first start of the night. No relation to Miles Drake, who is also starting tonight for the Wave. The Wave starting lineup is Will Rolap, number 2, number 5, Peter Bradle, number 10, Miles Drake, number 23, Carson Drake, and number 30, Cole Anderson. Ridgefield wins the tip. And a nice pass inside to Derek Zapopowski. That'll be a fun one to say all night, huh, Trey?
Yes, it will be, Ted.
Your Ridgefield starting lineup is Matthew Misarelli, number 1. Number 4, Derek Zapopowski. Number 34, James St. Pierre. Number 44, Christopher Knackle. And it looks like number 3, John Briotti.
And on that last Darien possession, great play by Cole Anderson, number 30, to get that bucket.
Bradle grabs the rebound. Corner 3, no good for Cole Anderson. A nice find by Will Rolap, and here comes Ridgefield. And James St. Pierre hit it off of Peter Bradle. James St. Pierre, really good player versus Greenwich, he dropped 30 points. Season high for him. Inside pass. And it's good from Christopher Knackle. And a turnover by Miles Drake. Knackle, no good.
Not a very good pass there by Miles Drake, as there was not really an open man there for him to pass to.
Junior Jackson Leone, number 20, will be checking in for Miles Drake. A short leash on him tonight from Sharoy Bentley. St. Pierre, no good. Rebounded by the Wave. Good rebound by Jackson Leone. He's smaller, but he can get up there. Wave moving the ball around nicely. Anderson 3. Rims in and out. Toilet bowl shot. St. Pierre. And one. James St. Pierre. A nice move. As we take a look at that. James St. Pierre. Ridgefield now leads 7-2. A little under 5:30 remaining. Leone, a corner 3, nails it. He hit one of the, or two of those in the JV game. As Knackle will step out and hit a 3. As I mentioned earlier, Leone hit a couple of 3s in the JV game, which Trey, you colored beautifully.
Thank you, Ted.
So we're glad to have you back for this varsity matchup. Two-man game between Leone and Bradle. Pass inside. And a charge is called.
Bradle not happy with that call. As
we look at the Leone 3 here, pure stroke. Swish bomb. Inside, taking it right at the freshman. Number 35, Matthew DeLuca. Amir Preston, number 15, is checked in the game for the Wave. Miles Drake back into the game, and he takes it right to the hoop.
Already in this game, we can see Darien's playing a bunch of more inexperienced varsity players with the absences of Derek Andrews and Henry Williams, and we'll see how that fares for them.
That was a nice block by Miles Drake, and Trey, as you mentioned. Sharoy Bentley has been using a lot more of his bench so far. Derek Andrews out for most likely the season. Henry Williams should return in a couple games. Ryan Darby as well. James Mathis also out. So that's 4 players for the Wave as Amir Preston goes up, but no good.
And 4 players who would get definite valuable minutes.
As St. Pierre hit it up and got it in. As we take a look at that nice pass, and St. Pierre, whew, what a shot.
In the JV game, definitely in the second half of the JV game, Ridgefield kept going with the 3-pointers, and varsity team also here would like to keep that momentum going.
This Ridgefield program very based off of three-point shots. They want to get the open looks. They want to get the open shots, and they'll do anything to get an open shot. And we saw that there with St. Pierre. St. Pierre, a special player for Ridgefield. Luke McGarity has checked into the game for Ridgefield. Ridgefield's new lineup on the floor right now is Cameron Andry, Luke McGarity, Matthew Mizzarelli, James St. Pierre, and Matthew DeLuca. For the Wave, Cole Anderson is checked back in as Leon will line up another one and drain another one.
James Leon is on fire right now.
Jackson Leon, 2 for 2 behind the arc. That's something you want to see out of a player who's not getting much time on varsity, as Ridgefield will line up a 3. Luke McGarity answers right back with a 3 of his own. Both teams filled with shooters. Miles Drake inside, no good. And Ridgefield's running. And foul is called. Jackson Leon will be charged with the shooting foul. Matthew DeLuca at the line for 2. Hits the first one. Number 5, Grant is in, as well as John Briotti. St. Pierre out there. DeLuca. Excuse me, that's Amos Gray, not Grant, number 5 for Ridgefield.
Grant, a great game in JV. Definitely carried Ridgefield.
Akel with the inside bucket. Sorry about that, Trey. You can keep on going.
And he was one of the main parts why Ridgefield beat Darien so handily in that game.
Darien having a tough day against Ridgefield as Miles Drake misses the 3. Both teams were pretty badly beaten.
Great defense there by Carson Drake.
Carson Drake making his presence known in the paint. But he got called for the foul. 21-12 here in the first, a little over a minute 30 remaining. Ridgefield is up. St. Pierre inside. Over 2 defenders, the up and under. Trey, you saw this in the JV game, the full court 21 or 2-2-1 press.
And Ridgefield was able to handle Darien defensively.
Peter Bradle rises up for the block on St. Pierre. As he misses it, he gets his own rebound. Scoop shot, no. Darien will get a rebound. Wave swinging the ball around. This Ridgefield team likes to apply pressure to the ball. They want to get a lot of steals, and they want to get out in transition. And a good cut inside by Leon, and they're called for another charge. Ridgefield getting a lot of charges as we take a look here at the Bradle block on Gray. Oh, that's just a big block. He's their inside presence tonight with with their main seniors, Henry Williams and Ryan Darby, out. Amir Preston checked back in the game. Mazzarelli in and out. Wave gets the loose ball. Ridgefield gets it right back. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Knackle. Oh, close. After one, Ridgefield up 23-12. Not something you want to see for the Wave. The Wave is down right now by 11. They don't really want to do that, as this is a conference matchup. They're 1-7 in the FCAC. And that's, like you mentioned earlier, that's not something you want to see, especially after this Darien team. Last year, they clawed their way back, and they became 10-10. That's not out of the picture, but if a loss here does not help them, they're 4-7 overall right now. 3 of their wins are out of conference. Good for states, not necessarily so good for FCX.
Very true, and like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, it all starts with one win. Started streaking, climb back to 500, and Darien can do it. They just need some younger guys, like as of late right now, Carson Drake and Amir Preston, to step up and make some contributions both out on the perimeter and out on the paint.
Our favorite name, Derek Zipakowski, number 4, checks into the game for Ridgefield. Ridgefield moving the ball around. Inside. DeLuca, no. And Bradle with the rebound. Trey, you talked a little bit about how some of these younger guys are going to have to make a contribution. That's 100% true. Although they may not get playing time a lot, they got to step up in a big way if they want to help the win. Or if they want to help the Wave, excuse me. Try and get a win here.
And right now on the court, 3 out of the 5 Darien players are non-starters and usually don't get that many minutes.
You're correct. Amir Preston, Jackson Leone, and Carson Drake, non-starters. As DeLuca is short on the 3. Wave out running. Jackson Leone, long 3. No. If he's open, he's going to take it. If he feels he's got enough room, he's going to take it. Inside pass, Bradle. Foul Zipakowski. And Zipakowski's going to the line. That is Peter Bradle's first, as Miles Drake and Will Rolap check back into the game. It is a non-shooting foul. Luke McGarity on the line. Miles Drake with the foul. McGarity knocks that one down. Ridgefield up 12.
And when you have injuries like this, like Blue Wave have, you don't want to be fouling too much. You don't want any of your players to get fouled out because you got to just keep going deeper and deeper into your bench.
Great point there, Trey. Number 12, Weston Carpenter, has checked in as Christopher Nakel. Amir Preston inside. And he'll draw the foul. first foul on Luke McGarity. Amir Preston experiencing some of his first minutes on varsity as he hits the first one. And he misses the second. Darien down 11. McGarity. Long. Radel with the rebound. Anderson to the right.
Ridgefield pushing the pace right now, trying to extend this lead.
And looks like it might have been a travel or an out of bounds call. Tough to tell. Tigers trying to deny the ball, putting pressure. That's what they love to do. Andrew McClellan, the coach for Ridgefield, that's his MO. He'll put pressure. For the 6 years he's been the head of Ridgefield's basketball program. Pressure, pressure, pressure as they get the steal. No good from Mizzarelli. Miles Drake comes away with the rebound. Amir Preston gets blocked on the jumper and a late foul call. Preston doing a good job trying to get some of these more experienced Ridgefield guys off their feet and trying to get fouls so McClellan can use most of his bench. Preston will miss the first one. St. Pierre and Zipikowski are back in the game for Ridgefield. And Amir Preston hits a second to cut the lead down to 10. We talked about this in the Danbury game, Trey. With teams that are higher up, you want to keep the lead as low as possible.
Yeah, you definitely want to keep the game from getting out of control and just kind of contain their 7-0 runs, 10-0 runs, whatever runs they're having. You want to contain them, and just it comes from playing good defense and then taking smart shots.
Speaking of good defense, Amir Preston forcing the jump ball as Rolap misses the three. Preston missed his layup and then forced the jump ball to get Darien the ball back. Knackle, no. Miles Drake, no. This ball goes out of bounds. Number 23, Johan Brito has checked into the game for Ridgefield. Jackson Leon back in for the Wave.
Darien playing a little bit of press right now.
Timeout by Ridgefield. We're going to take a quick break here. And when we get back, we'll have some more varsity basketball. As we return here, I just want to give a quick little shout out to our production crew as St. Pierre misses. Carson Depp on the ISO camera, Ryan Clow working our main camera, Danny Owenati, instant replay coordinator, and Peter McLean is our director. As Rolap gets the nice bucket inside, or excuse me, that was Peter Bradel as St. Pierre goes inside and gets the nice little finish. St. Pierre, that's what he wants to do, Trey.
Definitely does. And Darien trying to kind of counter this pressure offensive or defensively that Ridgefield has brought to them.
Rolap. Bank shot. Good. As you mentioned, Darien almost mimicking Ridgefield as Ridgefield misses. That was Johan Brito who had the shot. Will Rolap pull up. No good. Ridgefield's out and running. Pass in the corner. Fumbled away. Wave moving the ball around. Foul on St. Pierre. One of the things that the Wave is doing nicely is trying to play within themselves as Luke McGarity checks in for Johan Brito. Darien is trying to play within themselves. Their last couple of games, they've not played necessarily within themselves as Will Rolap's 3 goes in and out. Trey, Ridgefield loves their long down court passes.
They do. Like I've said, they love putting pressure on Darien defense and trying to get a quick bucket, get back on defense, and hopefully do it again.
Ridgefield a little more relaxed, not in a 2-2-1. Probably trying to save some of the starters. Don't want to go too deep into the bench if they don't have to. And ball, jump ball. And it's going to Ridgefield. One of the things that Coach Sharoy Bentley emphasized to his team is 50-50 balls and effort. He just wants them to get more 50-50 balls. Out of the couple games that we've called, Trey, 50-50 balls have been huge. The Wave haven't gotten those 50-50 balls as Briotti misses. Roll up, nice little pull up. No good. Carson Drake inside.
Great offensive rebound there by Carson Drake. Just to get a second chance effort. Those are so important for Darien right now.
And a good defense forces the miss and grabs a rebound. Making his name known. I am pretty sure that those points right there from Carson Drake were his first varsity points. What a moment. Only a freshman. Ridgefield in a man press. And a long pass. Amir Preston gives it up to Bradel. And Bradel draws the foul. And the Wave have pulled within 4. Peter Bradel gets it to fall. But don't discredit the pass first by Will Rolap just to heave it down the court. And then Amir Preston to look it in, jump ball, and just dish it off to Peter Bradel, who misses it. Had the chance to cut it to 3. only to 4. Still a good sign. Just would have really loved, the Wave just would have really loved it if they could cut it down.
Amir Preston trying to get the charge call on him.
A little bit of a flop there. No charges have been called. They're letting him play. 50-50 ball again. And a travel is called on Matthew DeLuca, and Darien's bench is up and loud.
Like you said, Darien wants those 50-50 balls, and they essentially just won one.
Ryan Darby, I spoke with him earlier. He said that the one thing that he wants to do on the bench is get them up and get them loud. And that's what he's doing right now. Getting the bench, clapping, yelling. The bench in the JV and freshman games for Darien, almost non-existent. And it's great to see leadership from a senior captain like Ryan Darby. Wave passing it around. Preston will line up for 3. That's short. Here comes St. Pierre. St. Pierre looking. St. Pierre. Tough fall-away layup.
St. Pierre having a great first half. Definitely leading the team. And
pull up. That's a little short. And Preston tries to save it. I'm sure Coach Bentley is happy with more of the effort that is being shown here. St. Pierre, no good. That concludes the first half with Ridgefield up 28-22 on the Wave. We will take a quick break for halftime, and we will see you back here.
If you live in Darien, most likely you've benefited from the Darien Foundation. Since our founding in 1998, we've provided more than $4 million in grants to the Darien Emergency Services, public schools, and community organizations.
My husband and I are so happy to be raising our 4 young children in Darien. Over the years, I have admired the projects that the Darien Foundation has supported, and I'm excited to be a member of the board helping to further support the Foundation's mission. Kids' eyes light up when they talk about learning and eating in the edible garden at Tokenique School. It certainly gives us peace of mind to know that if and when the next storm hits town, the Darien Library will always have power thanks to the Darien Foundation providing a generator.
This past year, the Darien Foundation has awarded $420,000 in grants to enhance our community. After years of being the only high school stadium in Fairfield County without lighting, Friday Night Lights came to Darien last fall. The Darien Lights Brigade led the charge, working with neighbors and town officials. The Darien Foundation came in with a grant to meet the crucial funding deadline. Now field hockey, football, soccer, and lacrosse players can play under the stadium lights. A team of high school students offer interactive STEM workshops alive with experiments in robotics, chemistry, and engineering to elementary school kids in Darien. The week-long summer camp and monthly Sunday programs have provided over 1,200 hours of hands-on learning to hundreds of grade school students. Built in 1778, the historic Mather Homestead was a safe house for locals to hide valuables and ammunition from the British Army. Owned by one family for over 2 centuries, the home was gifted to the Mather Foundation last year. Visitors can truly experience 18th century life via the original furnishings, family heirlooms, architectural details, and antique fireplaces. DAF Media puts high school students behind the cameras to live stream youth athletic games and community events. Some 30 student volunteers rotate to produce several live broadcasts each week, overseen by veteran TV anchor Damian Andrew. DAF Media leverages cutting-edge computer and camera technology to offer a fun and collaborative STEM learning experience. Parents and fans can watch games anywhere around the world. Darien is one of only a handful of towns in the United States to have a dedicated Boy Scout campground and cabin. Over 300 boys participate in 2 troops and 4 Cub Scout packs, and that number keeps growing. This June, ground will break on a new cabin and an expansion to the campground property.
Many of the grants we've given out have helped close capital funding gaps at several of our local nonprofit organizations. You can drive all over town and see projects that we've underwritten or supported, from the expansive renovations at the YMCA, to the playground by the Sound and flagpole at Weed Beach, to the new sound system at the Darien Arts Center, and to the special operations vehicle at Darien EMS Post 53. I'm personally grateful to see my own family reap the benefits from the grants endowed by the Darien Foundation.
For 20 years, the Darien Foundation has been investing in Darien and offering our community organizations, emergency services, and schools a local resource to help them pursue innovation and excellence. Thank you for supporting the Darien Foundation. We are building a better Darien together.
Back here on the campus of DHS for varsity boys basketball. Ridgefield up 28-22 going into the third quarter. And Trey, if you're Darien, really kind of where you want to be against a team like Ridgefield. And Ridgefield, if you're Ridgefield, you don't really want to be here.
Yeah, if you're Darien, you're 4 or 5 possessions away from really pulling ahead of this Ridgefield team. This Ridgefield team's a good Ridgefield team, coming in 7-4. But you're right. If you're Ridgefield right now, you definitely want to be pulling ahead, and I would not be surprised if they try and pick up the intensity and just try and get some open shots.
Trey, you called it on the intensity as St. Pierre gets a bucket.
Speaking of intensity, they started off second half with a bang.
And a block by Zipikowski. Sub. Amir Preston checking in for Miles Drake. And he'll go look at the trainer. And if you're the Wave, you're hoping it's not too serious. Doesn't look too serious. Looks like maybe a bloodied lip, bloodied nose. Injuries are never a good thing, but it's a good sign that they're not losing someone like Miles Drake, as they need him in this injury-filled roster. And Carson Drake gets called for the travel, and he's upset. Pleading with the ref, as is Troy Bentley, saying that his foot was planted, but the ref says otherwise. Ridgefield has Matthew Miserelli out there. They have Christopher Nakel. They have Derek Zipikowski. They have John Briotti, and of course they have the one and only James St. Pierre out there.
Yeah, watch for James St. Pierre this half. He had a great first half, and I would expect nothing less.
If you're Ridgefield, you really want to try and get St. Pierre the ball.
Get it to your star guys. Let them do something with the ball.
Out of bounds. Ridgefield, man up press. Roll up, tough shot. Gets it to fall. Loves doing that. He loves to do that. St. Pierre trying to get something to happen. Dumps it off. St. Pierre, long three. Close, but no cigar. Darien tried to get it to Cole Anderson in the corner. No avail. Roll up, tough jumper. No. 50-50 ball again. Goes Ridgefield's way. Zipikowski gets it up. And Zipikowski landed hard. And it looks, and a lot of players are shuddering. And we're going to take a quick break, a quick injury break. We'll be right back.
If you live in Darien, most likely you've benefited from the Darien Foundation. Since our founding in 1998, we've provided more than $4 million in grants to the Darien Emergency Services, public schools, and community organizations.
My husband and I are so happy to be raising our 4 young children in Darien. Over the years, I have admired the projects that the Darien Foundation has supported, and I'm excited to be a member of the board helping to further support the Foundation's mission. Kids' eyes light up when they talk about learning and eating in the edible garden at Tokenique School. It certainly gives us peace of mind to know that if and when the next storm hits town, the Darien Library will always have power thanks to the Darien Foundation providing a generator.
This past year, the Darien Foundation has awarded $420,000 in grants to enhance our community. After years of being the only high school stadium in Fairfield County without lighting, Friday night lights came to Darien last fall. The Darien Lights Brigade led the charge, working with neighbors and town officials. The Darien Foundation came in with a grant to meet the crucial funding deadline. Now field hockey, football, soccer, and lacrosse players can play under the stadium lights. A team of high school students offer interactive STEM workshops alive with experiments in robotics, chemistry, and engineering to elementary school kids in Darien. The week-long summer camp and monthly Sunday programs have provided over 1,200 hours of hands-on learning to hundreds of grade school students. Built in 1778, the historic Mather Homestead was a safe house for locals to hide valuables and ammunition from the British Army. Owned by one family for over 2 centuries, the home was gifted to the Mather Foundation last year. Visitors can truly experience 18th century life via the original furnishings, family heirlooms, architectural details, and antique fireplaces. DAF Media puts high school students behind the cameras to live stream youth athletic games and community events. Some 30 student volunteers rotate to produce several live broadcasts each week, overseen by veteran TV anchor Damian Andrew. DAF Media leverages cutting-edge computer and camera technology to offer a fun and collaborative STEM learning experience. Parents and fans can watch games anywhere around the world. Darien is one of only a handful of towns in the United States to have a dedicated Boy Scout campground and cabin. Over 300 boys participate in 2 troops and 4 Cub Scout packs, and that number keeps growing. This June, ground will break on a new cabin and an expansion to the campground property.
Many of the grants we've given out have helped close capital funding gaps at several of our local nonprofit organizations. You can drive all over town and see projects that we've underwritten or supported, from the expansive renovations at the YMCA to the playground by the Sound and flagpole at Weed Beach, to the new sound system at the Darien Arts Center, and to the special operations vehicle at Darien EMS Post 53. I'm personally grateful to see my own family reap the benefits from the grants endowed by the Darien Foundation.
For 20 years, the Darien Foundation has been investing in Darien and offering our community organizations, emergency services, and schools a local resource to help them pursue innovation and excellence. Thank you for supporting the Darien Foundation. We are building a better Darien together.
With 5:53 left in the third quarter, we have a break in the action for an injury. Derek Zipikowski took a hard fall. Medical staff is tending to him now. Hopefully it's not as bad as it seems, and prayers are up to him and his family and for a speedy recovery. As you can see on your screen, Darien and Ridgefield players both going over to the injured player, Derek Zipikowski, praying for a speedy recovery for him and just hoping for the best. And just great sign of sportsmanship from Darien and Ridgefield, hoping for a speedy recovery on one of their players. Once again, we're sorry for the inconvenience. The players are now just getting stretched out again after the devastating injury. So we'll be right back. And once again, we apologize if you're here to see Darien versus Ridgefield basketball, but that'll just take a couple minutes, and we'll be right back. Welcome back for everyone who's still watching. Once again, there was an injury on the court. Zarek Zipikowski. We hope he's all right. Prayers up for him and his family. And we're hoping for a speedy recovery. Trey, obviously something you don't want to see. We won't get into it. We'll just get right back to the action. And players earlier getting some words of encouragement to Derek Zipikowski. And Ridgefield will probably try and finish this game for him.
Yeah, Ridgefield will probably come out with a newfound energy after watching teammate fall hard. It's never fun to watch, but I bet they will start. They'll probably start out, and
they're starting out in their normal man press. And let's see if their intensity picks up at all. And an over and back call. Number 2, Nicholas Hall is in the game for the first time tonight, replacing the injured Zipikowski. St. Pierre inside. Couldn't get the muscle to put it up.
great move there by St. Pierre. Fortunately, just can't get it to go.
Once again, Ridgefield is leading the Blue Wave 32-24 with a little under 5:30 remaining here in the third. Kick out, Leon, in and out. A good shot there, but just couldn't get it to drop. St. Pierre with a good dish out. Missed by Briotti. Here come the Wave. Roll out. No. And Leon almost had it, but Briotti did a nice job of shielding him from getting that ball. St. Pierre, pump fake. Crazy layup, goes awry. Leon. No. Trey, these are good shots. There's a lid on the basket.
Well, just keep shooting. If you're Darien, keep shooting. They'll start falling.
Briotti, no. Rebound. And up and under by Knackle. Excuse me, Chris Nakel. I think I've pronounced his name wrong more times than I can count, but it is Chris Nakel. Bradle. Interesting choice of a shot, but Carson Drake gets the rebound. Anderson. Can't get it to fall, but he gets 2. Nice move there by Cole Anderson. Briotti picks up the foul. Anderson knocks down the first one. If you're Darien here, Trey, these next couple of possessions and these next couple defensive plays become very crucial in deciding this game.
They do indeed, especially when you're now faced with an 8-point lead now. You definitely don't want to get into that double-digit margin, and you definitely want to answer with a bucket quickly.
And a block by Bradle. Huge block. Ridgefield wanted the foul, no. And Rolap goes down.
Did look like there should have been a foul called, but
as we take a quick little look at that, just a nice block by Mr. Bradle. Corner 3 for St. Pierre. No. Hall with the rebound and a foul. On the floor. Cole Anderson picks up his first. Miles Drake tried to play some up pressure defense, just let him go, just let Matthew Miserelli go around him. That's not what you want to do if you're Darien. Easy buckets like that.
Another great performance so far by Matthew Miserelli. Him and St. Pierre have really been contributing for them mostly.
And a steal by Hall, and then a foul. And the Wave starting to slip up a little bit. If you're the Wave, like you said, you don't want to get into a deficit any more than 12. The Wave fell into a 12-point deficit last game versus Wilton and clawed their way back, but ended up losing. And Will Rolap hits a big 3. That cuts the lead down to 7. We've said his name all night for the Wave. Will Rolap making big shots as St. Pierre. St. Pierre made the basket, but there is no foul, or no shooting foul, I should say. These two guys, St. Pierre, Will Rolap, both contributing to their teams nicely. You see any similarities in their game, Trey?
I mean, just overall, their shooting ability is well above average, and they've definitely proven that today.
Their shooting and their driving ability, both very similar. Rolap, though, a few inches taller than St. Pierre, as Amir Presson will draw the foul. He's done a good job of getting to the line tonight, huh, Trey?
He definitely has, and I mean, those are easy points right there, especially for an inexperienced varsity player.
Short on the first one. That makes him 2 for 5 on the night, 40% from the free throw line. You really want to keep that in the upper numbers. As he goes 3 for 6, 50%. Darien down by 6 now, with a little under 2 minutes to go in the third. Inside, foul. Darien wanted the charge. Did not get granted by these referees. And Chris Nakel will go to the line as Peter Bradel picks up a foul. Chance to extend the lead. Knocks it down, 7-point lead for Ridgefield. And Nakel missed. And the lead is now, sits still at 7. As Rolap almost loses the ball, but they're able to get it back. Rolap. Tough shot, no. He loves that shot, but it's a tough shot. Sometimes it's going to fall, sometimes it's not going to fall. McGarity lost the ball. Here comes Miles Drake.
Blue Wave trying to put on the pressure right now.
Miles Drake with a nice little behind the back move to get around Mizzarelli. And Peter Bradel with a steal. And the Wave tide is turning, as I like to say. And a foul.
Amir Preston will go back to the line again, it seems.
As we look at this, nice little behind the back move to get around Mizzarelli. Almost loses the ball, but he gets it, and he puts it back up. Amir Preston will head to the line, shooting his 7th and 8th free throws tonight. And he makes the first one. 4 of 7 on the night. Johan Brito has checked in. And the second one is off, and a foul is called. The Tigers lead, now cut to 4. Carson Drake has picked up his 3rd foul. Let's see if he picks up a 4th, what Coach Sharoy Bentley will do with him, as Brito in the corner drains the 3 to extend the lead back to 7.
If you're Darien, you cannot leave him open in that situation. You guys just had 2 or 3 great drives, and you basically just gave the lead back to Ridgefield with that.
Exactly, 2 great possessions as Amir Preston throws the ball away. St. Pierre gets called for the travel as he tried the Euro step.
Ridgefield bench not happy about that.
As we look at that, St. Pierre not happy at all. Weston Carpenter has checked into the game for Johan Brito. And Jackson Leon has checked in for Amir Preston. 10 seconds to go in the third. Rolap, driving. Miles Drake in the corner, no. Jackson Leon gets the board. Peter Bradel takes a tough jumper. Thought he might get blocked, so he hung onto the ball a little longer.
Kind of an off-balance shot right there.
Off-balance shot, held onto the ball, and just couldn't get it up. We're going to take a quick break, and we will see you back at the beginning of the 4th quarter. Back here, DHS campus, start of the fourth quarter. St. Pierre kicks it out to Brito off the side of the backboard. And a jump ball is awarded to the Wave as Anderson and Preston are checking in for the Wave. And Brito will take a seat as Carpenter will come back in. The Wave only down by 7. A lot of time left. Sure, it feels like they're rushing, and maybe not something you would like to do, but if they can get a bucket out of it, as Anderson lines up.
You still have plenty of time if you're Darien. You still got 8 minutes of basketball, and
as another injury, we're going to take a quick little break as another injury is on the floor. The injured player is Christopher Nakel, getting helped off by some teammates. Looked like a knee injury, and he appears to be putting some pressure on his knee, which is good if you are the Ridgefield Tigers, losing Derek Sipikowski. We hope he's all right, as he is now with the EMTs at Darien Post 53. But you don't really want to lose a starter in Christopher Nakel, as that last play is originally awarded to Darien, but they're having a quick little conference over it. And call stands. It is awarded to Darien. Preston being guarded by St. Pierre. Now it's the matchup you want to see. St. Pierre versus Will Rolap. And
looks like St. Pierre's winning that one.
St. Pierre. Here we go once again. Over St. Pierre. No. 50-50 ball. Darien's way. And Cole Anderson makes the mistake of passing the ball. But Darien gets the ball back on a lucky bounce. Stuck in the corner, Darien. Foul is called. Miles Drake in the game for Cole Anderson. Coach Bentley keeping a little bit of a shorter leash on Cole Anderson. Will Rolap. No. Not the shot you want to be taking with 6 minutes to go. And St. Pierre gets the bucket and the foul. Trey, we've seen him do this all night.
And right here, it's just classic Ridgefield right here. They're pushing the tempo, and Darien was a little late to the game there.
So we get a good look at this. Thank you to our instant replay coordinator, Danny Owenati, doing a great job tonight. And I'm just going to give a quick shout out to our entire production crew. Carson Depp on our ISO camera, Ryan Clow on our main, both doing a great job. As I said, Danny Owenani on our instant replay, and Peter McLean, our director. Once again, I'm Ted Brennan. Alongside me is Trey Cahill. And Carson Drake misses the shot, and it's rebounded by Miles Drake. And a foul is called.
Very physical game today. A lot of fouls called.
Ridgefield has 5 team fouls, and Darien has 16 fouls, so you are right. Very physical game. And bit of a quick 5.
That can't happen if you're Darien. Now it's a 10-point deficit, and that's a wasted possession right there.
You're under the hoop you want to score in, and it's a 5-second call. Now it might have been a quick 5, but you got to get that in if you're Darien. And a nice inside pass, and Briotti hits the shot to extend the lead to 12. And Darien getting back into this 12-point hole that they were in a week ago and even last game, as we take a quick look at that nice inside pass from Matthew DeLuca. Just a quick pass. A laser-like pass. Nice inside. No one was covering him. And Darien is awarded the ball. Roll up. 3 in the corner. No good. And a foul is called on Miles Drake. One of the big things that Darien has trouble with is boxing out and rebounding.
And that's Miles Drake's 3rd foul of the game too.
And it is a 1-on-1 situation on who else but James St. Pierre. Calling his name all night. And he gets back to the line. Looking to extend the lead. Nails the first one. Christopher Nakel getting worked on by the DHS trainer. Hopefully he's all right. And St. Pierre extends the lead once again to a 14-point lead. And Darien starting to lose ground. This is where they've let some of the games get away. And a nice inside pass by Miles Drake to Carson Drake, finding that freshman to freshman, Drake to Drake connection. But as I was saying, as we take a look here, Miles Drake, just a nice little inside
Great
pass.
vision by Miles Drake there too.
As I was saying, though, this is where Darien starts to slip up. They had Ridgefield within a couple of points, 4 to 6 points, and now it's a 14-point deficit. And, I mean, if you're Sharroy Bentley, you cannot be happy with that.
No, you can't. I mean, if you're Darien right now, it's all about simple shots. You can't be trying to take shots from low shot percentages. They've got to be easy layups, easy jumpers.
They got to play within themselves. Ridgefield, not sure if you saw right on that last possession there by Darien, coming up the court. Ridgefield threw a bit of a 1-2-2, shifted into a 3-2 kind of defense, which is a new look for Ridgefield, trying to shake things up, trying to catch Darien off guard. And if you're Andrew McClellan, that's a very good strategy. Darien is pretty used to repetition, and they're pretty used to the same, 2-3 man defense, but they're shaking it up. Ridgefield will get the ball under the basket. And a 50-50 ball goes Darien's way. Roll out. No good. Carson Drake, no good.
Carson
And
Drake has owned the Darien side of the rebounding game today. Great job by the freshman.
he commits the over-the-back foul. Now, if you're one of those players who's not getting a lot of minutes normally, and you're trying to show coach that you can play, you got to make those layups as Carson Drake gets subbed out. Got to make the most of your opportunities, especially in a game like this where you don't want to get down then more by 14, 16 points as St. Pierre extends the lead. St. Pierre has almost been perfect from the line. He's either missed one or missed none, and that's something you want to see from a star player. Ridgefield back into a man.
St. Pierre picks up his first. Darien in the bonus on the line, shooting 1-on-1 Miles Drake.
Darien goes to the line. Miles Drake, the freshman, on the line. And we mentioned this a lot. Darien's got a lot of talented freshmen. As Miles Drake hits the first one, they have a lot of talented freshmen, as we're seeing tonight. Miles Drake, Carson Drake, and sadly Derek Andrews, who's not playing tonight. But Derek Andrews has been a talented freshman, as Miles Drake cuts the lead to 12. And Trey, in the JV game, you caught a little glimpse of Owen Wagner, another freshman who's coming up the ranks. And Jackson Leone gets a steal.
The freshman class of at Darien is strong, and I predict a strong future for Darien basketball in the coming years.
And if you're Coach Roy Bentley, you want to see a good program, and he's doing everything he can to help some of the younger guys reach some of their potential. Rollout, contested three, no. 4:45 left in the game. You're down 12. Are threes really the best option, Trey?
Probably not. It's just simple shots. And that's about it.
Ridgefield is applying some pressure on the ball, but don't really want to be taking a three as there's a timeout by Ridgefield. We're going to take a quick little break and return to you with 4:25 left in the fourth. We are back, 4:25 left in the fourth. Ridgefield Tigers lead the Darien Blue Wave 49-37. And if you're the Blue Wave, you're trying to claw back into this game. Ridgefield to inbound. Cole Anderson with a nice steal on the inbound. Will roll up. Tough shot, no. And Coach Roy Bentley and Carson Drake looking for the foul. Darien applying some pressure to the ball. And a foul called on Cole Anderson. That'll be Darien's 8th team foul. And Trey, you know who's at the line.
Well, we've been calling his name all game.
James St. Pierre. As he knocks down the first one. Ridgefield up 13. St. Pierre hits the second one to extend the lead to 14. Wave moving the ball around. Leon inside. Gets the tough layup to fall. And St. Pierre inside. Tough layup, no. 50-50 ball. Bradle gets it. A little bit of a switch in our production crew. Danny Owenati now taking over the reins at director. Peter McLean becoming an instant replayer. Will roll up inside. Cuts it down to 10.
Despite Darien being down, Will Rollup has had a fantastic game.
With some of his senior... Peter Bradle knocks it out with some of his senior buddies, senior brethren out. He's doing a nice job and stepping up, and he's showing why he's one of their he's the leading scorer on this Wave team. He's creating shots for himself and trying to create shots for some others. Brito in the corner. Bang! Trey, you've said it once, you've said it twice. Can't leave them open.
No, you can't.
Roll up gets fouled, no shot. As we take a look at that, just a nice pass to the corner. Brito's wide open. And Cole Anderson does a nice job of trying to recover. But as you look, he hesitated just a little bit. And that hesitation caused Brito to get the shot.
Miserelli, it's such an underrated skill, having vision. I mean, and being able to know when to pass it and not take it yourself.
See, if you look at players like John Stockton, even Rajon Rondo has great court vision. So does John Stockton. That's why he leads the NBA in assists. And Miserelli trying to be like them with his great court vision. And he gets Leon up in the air. Ridgefield's moving the ball around. There is no shot clock in the state of Connecticut, so they're just trying to eat up some clock time. Darien, no fouls to give. So if they do end up fouling, they can give them some free points. 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
Darien needs to watch it. They got two guys open on the bottom of your screen.
And Leon will foul Brito. Just trying to get something going for the Wave. Just trying to get the ball back. They're down 11. Brito at the line.
Hits the first one.
Brito hits the first one. And he hits the second one. 13-point lead for Ridgefield. And Coach Sharoy Bentley will call a timeout. Wants to talk it over with his team. The Wave down 13, a minute 52. Trey, do you expect Coach Bentley to put in some of his lesser used players, or do you think he's going to fight this one out to the end?
I think he'll fight this one out. You can still come back into this game. You just got to come in fast and bring some pressure out on defense. But it's still within reach.
Very good point, Trey. They do have to move fast and stop the ball from going in on the other side. Defense has been a bit of a tough problem for them tonight. St. Pierre just having his way inside. And a little bit of an injury update. Christopher Nakel has gotten up, moved over a chair, and sat back down. So we hope he's okay. And we do hope that Derek Zipakowski is all right after his gruesome injury. Leon. No good. And Darien applying some pressure. Probably should have been Roll-Up's ball as they foul with a minute 35 left to go.
Roll-Up took the score. We are in the double bonus.
Darien 10 team fouls, where Ridgefield has 8.
Matt DeLuca shooting 2.
Matthew DeLuca at the line shooting 2. Trying to extend the lead to 15 as he's short. So he can extend the lead now to 14, or the lead can stay at 13. Minute 35 left. As he hits the second one.
Darren needs to put on some pressure now offensively in order to get back in this game, or else this game will be sealed up shortly.
Can't waste too much time as Will Rolab goes inside, gets it blocked, and puts it up and in.
Basketball Roll-Up. Timeout White. Full timeout.
Full timeout by Darien. So we get a look at that. Will Rolab gets it blocked and just puts it back in. Great concentration there. That replay was brought to you by Peter McLean. We apologize for the first camera angle. Second camera angle. Got a great shot of that. So we get a good look at the Darien huddle. On our ISO camera, Carson Depp. Ryan Clow, main camera. Danny Owenati, instant replay / director here in these last couple of minutes of the fourth quarter. And Peter McLean, main director. And instant replay coordinator. The DAF Media Network is a joint venture of the Darien Foundation. So thank you to the Darien Foundation for allowing us to bring us this. So once again, the DAF Media Network is a joint venture of Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation.
Full
There's the foul.
5-man pressure there by Darien. Throughout this game, they've had a guy play back, but within these crucial moments of the last 2 minutes of the game, had all 5.
Weston Carpenter is going to check into the game. Andrew McClellan doing a little bit of offense, a little bit of defense. Brito more for the offense. And Carpenter more for the defense. Smart move. And Brito, second shot, makes it. Ridgefield up 14 with a minute 13 left. there's one thing that I know about this Darien team. They're gonna go down fight until the end. So we'll roll up. Walks the dog a little bit and lets some time drain, or doesn't let time drain. And Peter Bradle.
That was from downtown right there.
Peter Bradle, not the guy you'd expect to be taking one of those long threes, but lines it up, knocks it down. As we get a look at that roll up, and just what a beauty of a shot. A little bit of a roll-up Bradle connection. They've played football together. They've played basketball together. They've got a good connection going. And Peter Bradle, it's a big shot. McGarity hits the first free throw on the foul. Darien down 12. And McGarity hits the second one. Wave down 13. Minute left in this fourth quarter.
Three there by Rolap. Crucial for Darien.
Will Rolap cuts the lead down to 10. As we get a look at that, Will Rolap loves his pull-up jumpers. Anytime he can get one, he'll do it. As St. Pierre hits the first one. And misses the second one, rims in and out. 11-point lead. Miles Drake in the corner. No. And that would have been a big shot in his young career. And a foul. Matthew DeLuca went up. Peter Bradle fouls. He's not very happy. So we get a look at that. Bradle tries to go for the block, just smacks his arm. And he hits it. Ridgefield up 14. 30 seconds remaining. And turnover, and St. Pierre will add 2 points to his already large total of the night. Rollout will try a long three. No good.
And that'll do it.
And that'll be the game. The final score, Ridgefield 67, Darien 51. Darien falls to 4-8, 1-8 in the FCAC. Meanwhile, Ridgefield will move up to 8-4, 6-3 in the FCAC campaign. Ridgefield getting a win on the road in a place like Darien. Ridgefield's 5-0 at home, but they're not too great on the road, and getting a big road win like this, what do you think about it, Trey?
Well, Ridgefield, especially today, looked like the better team, and we saw the same thing when Darien played Danbury. Darien just seemed to get outplayed by physicality-wise and skill-wise. They just were not up to the test today.
Darien most likely not happy with anything they did tonight. And if I'm Sherroy Bentley, I wouldn't be too happy with my team's performance as well. I'd like to give out one more shout out to our production crew, Carson Depp on our ISO camera, Ryan Clow on our main camera, Peter McLean, our director and instant replay coordinator in the fourth, and Danny Owenati, instant replay coordinator and director in the fourth quarter. Danny did a great job for his first time, and everyone else did a great job. Trey, great job tonight, JV and Varsity, 2 games. So thank you for being with us tonight. Once again, DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. I'm Ted Brennan. Thank you for watching Varsity Boys Basketball with us. See you on the next one.